So, to give you guys an update, Nephilim Free has yet again changed agreed upon details of the debate. Here's a quick rundown of the events so far. First of all, the date. Back when Nephilim and I first started talking about what to do about this debate, the date was an immediate issue. I told him I don't know when I'm going to do it. I'm out of town. I'll get back to you later on today. I have to talk to my girlfriend and we'll figure something out. So what happens? Within 20 minutes, Shock of God has it posted on his website that I agreed to the debate at this time, to this title, in this location, none of which was true. Furthermore, I even specifically in that original conversation told Nephilim twice, no, this isn't set in stone. Don't quote me on anything. I'm going to get back to you and we'll finalize it. Don't go making any videos. So what happens when I do find out the day that I can do it? Of course, Shock of God posts a video saying that I've changed the date, appearing as if I'm dishonest. Second thing that happened was the subject. Again, on that first conversation, Nephilim and I agreed the subject would be limited to Darwin's theory of evolution. Why? Because the scope of everything else is too big. He clearly has a problem with it from his videos, as you can tell, so he should really have no problem debating on it. He thought this was acceptable and he agreed. Then, later on, nope, no good. He's going to change the subject to literally everything, or else he's going to make it look as if I am backing out of the debate and a coward. Thirdly, there was the title. I had to spend literally 20 minutes trying to inform Nephilim that the title of a debate simply can't be two nouns, like creation and evolution. It has to be a question or a proposition, some sort of statement that must be answered. He wasted half hour of my time, and yeah. So at this point, I'm pretty fed up, and then today, there's the issue with the moderator. First, he wants Shock of God to do it, but Shock of God clearly can't even handle his own radio program, let alone a formal debate. So that's simply out of the question. He tells me I can have anybody that I want as a moderator. So I know somebody who's fairly well known, Thunderfoot. I suggest him. He can do it. Nephilim says no, because, and I quote, he stutters too much. So I suggest DPR Jones. This time I've wisened up and I get it in writing. Twice I get it in writing that Nephilim has agreed to have DPR Jones moderate the debate. He even included that in his own video. And then today, nope, no good. The debate will not go on if DPR Jones is moderator. So here's a rundown, basically, of where we are at this point. He has changed key, fundamental, agreed-upon issues of the debate several times in the past 4 days. I personally have spent over 4 hours trying to iron out with these details on him, or with him rather, only to just have them changed at a whim. Bottom line is that your unprofessionalism is just unacceptable. And I don't really mind if you spend your allotted time during the debate going and talking in circles and wasting people's time, but I have no time or patience for it right now. And what's to keep you from changing the rules in the middle of the debate, which is basically what we're at right now? You are disagreeing with yourself more than a schizophrenic does, and again, I'm getting sick of it and I'm pissed off. I say this just out of practicality. If we go and we spend the time ironing stuff out and then you just go, oops, no, you know what? I changed my mind. And you know what? If you don't agree with it, you're screwed. Sorry, I don't have the time to deal with that. What's the point in talking or arguing out anything if you're just going to go and change it? Since this proposal began, I have been very calm. I have given you nothing but respect and courtesy and honesty this entire time. I have let you choose the subject, the place, the format, the topic, the scope, everything. And you still throw it back in my face because that's not good enough. I don't tolerate this caliber of bullshit from actually accomplished people in my own life, let alone you over the internet. It's not going to happen anymore. Since you're too incompetent to agree with yourself on the details of the debate, I'm going to have to do it for you. First of all, the debate will be held Sunday, June 6th at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on my blog TV channel. There'll be a link posted in the video description. Secondly, the subject will be evolution as it pertains to biology. And the reason for this is very simple. The topic of everything is simply too large to be covered in the time that we're allowed. It can't happen. You say that you want this professional debate, like the one that you're trying to organize, yet too inept to do so. Well, they don't have topics as large as everything. They don't even have topics as large as biology. In fact, the topic evolutionary biology is too big for a debate. So, that being said, I think that Darwin's theory of evolution is a decent topic for a debate. It's still a little too big for 2 hours, but you know what? If you want to go for it, you wanted a large topic, that's more than large enough for it. After all, As I've said before, you clearly have a problem with Darwin's theory of evolution and consider yourself an expert on it to the point where you have no problem overruling every career scientist on the planet. So discussing this shouldn't be a problem at all for you. Lastly, if you behave yourself and just have a strange fetish rather for public humiliation, I don't mind debating with you on any of the subjects that we discussed before in public again. We can even do Noah's Flood, or the Flying Spaghetti Monster, or whatever you want. You pick the fairy tale, we'll debate it. Thirdly, the moderator. It'll be DPR Jones and someone of your choosing. End of discussion. They will have no role other than simply keeping the time. Fourth, the debate will be a formal debate. The title being, Does the evidence support Darwin's theory of evolution by mutation and natural selection? Notice here that I've shifted the burden of proof off of you and onto me, thus doing you a favor. The format will be the one that you didn't object to earlier. That's 3 minutes opening statements, 7 rounds of 5-minute rebuttals, 3 back and forth questions from myself to you and vice versa, and then lastly questions from the audience. If you really have a big issue about the timing or anything like that of this, I have no objections, we'll work it out. I've been nothing but polite, professional, and courteous and honest with you, and you've thrown it all back in my face. And I'm not making the same mistake again. Oh, by the way, please don't bother posting a dozen-part video rambling reply because I'm not going to bother watching it. Your actions and your participation alone are how you will be judged. So, I'll be there Sunday, Blog TV, June 6th at 3 p.m. You can either tuck your tail between your legs and scamper off, or you can man up and make an appearance. Either way, regardless of what you choose, I'll be there, waiting, with the gloves off.